Hey guys, hey, it's May 24th. This is Broadway.com live at 5. I'm Andy Lefkowitz.
I'm Beth Stevens. We have two scream-worthy guests,
Yes.
the best voices in the universe. That's verified.
That is true.
We have Michael Ball.
And Alfie Boe.
Are you screaming? I know you are.
I'm
I know
screaming.
You are,
They
on the
killed
inside.
It, yeah,
Yes.
they killed it at City Center last night, and they're here to
Stop
catch
by
up with
before they
us.
hop the pond.
Yes.
Right, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Indeed.
We're here.
They're here.
Yeah.
They're really here. So we're going to do the news quickly because they're very important people.
Yes.
Two guests.
All right.
I mean, what's going on? Big news.
Yes.
The band's visit, one of the best things I saw last year.
Yeah.
Is coming to Broadway. And we actually mentioned this yesterday, that it was probably coming to Broadway since it won kind of every award it was up for.
Seriously.
So it's opening on October 7th. It's starting previews on October 7th and opening on November 9th. This is David Yazbek, Itamar Moses. David Cromer is the director, and it will play the Barrymore Theater. It doesn't have a cast yet, but we all remember it was led by Tony Shalhoub and Katrina Lenk, who's now an
Yes.
Indecent. So we'll see. We'll see who's in it.
Indeed.
I have more David Yazbek news. I love David Yazbek.
We love David Yazbek here. Come
Super
on.
talented
Oh
guy.
my God.
He has composed Tootsie. Tootsie, yes, the Dustin Hoffman movie is now a musical. It's being written by Robert Horn, who did 13
Right.
with Jason Robert Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And Scott Ellis is directing it. This is just in the reading phase. We don't even usually report on readings, but this is so juicy. It's Tootsie.
Yeah.
June 8th is the reading. It's rumored, unconfirmed rumors that Santino Fontana is playing the title role.
Perfect cast.
It's not really the title role, it's Michael Dorsey.
Yeah,
They
hey.
call him Tootsie. You know that. I have some bad news.
Oh,
I'm just going
no.
to stick it in there after the good news with David Yazbek. Church and State is closing off Broadway.
Oh, man.
It played 29 previews and 81 performances at New World Stages, and that's a political play.
Yeah, it is a political play. And it's kind of a bummer because they announced last week that Megan Sikora and one other actor, whose name is escaping me, are going into her place, so they'll only be there for a short time.
It's a bummer,
But,
but it's happening. But I've got good news. Do you
Yes.
see how I sandwiched
I
it
like
in there?
that. Well done.
Do you see, gentlemen?
Very good.
I
Yes.
love them so much. I just love them. Tony winners, James Monroe Iglehart, who won, of course, for Aladdin, the Genie, and Lilias White, who won for...
The Life.
Oh, I'm so glad he knew. I'm so glad. That was a real pop quiz right in there. They're going to do some concerts. Here's my question. It's called the Funkantine Rapture, or is it the Funkantine Rapture?
That's a really valid question. I'm going to say Funkantine.
Are you? I'm going to say Funkantine.
Okay.
You know what? You can then pull Michael and Alfie and ask them. So that's happening on June 19th. Feinstein's 54 Below.
Yes.
Celebration of soulful 70s funk. I mean,
I am on board.
hello. Yes, of
Let's make
course
it
you
happen.
are. I have some good news for the fansies out there. Newsies is now online. You can watch it on iTunes. We're talking about the filmed version that was done with the many members of the original cast.
Right.
So you can watch it over and over again, and you can pause it, and you can sing with it, and you can have it in your own home. Don't disturb your neighbors. That's the news.
Yeah.
We don't have
Look
a lot
at
of news.
that.
We got to get to these
Look at
fabulous
that.
guests. So we will be right back with Michael Ball and Alfie Boe.
Wonderful.
it once.
Broadway's new must-see musical takes you into the heart of the remarkable true story of 7,000 stranded passengers and a small town in Newfoundland that welcomed them. Come From Away, Broadway's best surprise of the season. Every New Yorker must see this show. It does what the best musicals do, takes you to a place you never want to leave. It's the catharsis we need in this American moment, raves the New York Times. Come From Away, telecharge.com.
And we're back with Michael Ball and Alfie Boe.
You had to think about that.
Yeah,
Hey, here they are. Yeah.
Didn't he? Who the hell are they? Yeah. What have they been in before?
What they done?
These guys celebrating their new album together.
Yes.
They did a dynamite concert last night at City Center. How did it go?
Were you not there?
I was not there.
Why
I
not?
was
We didn't
not
comp the
there.
tickets.
You should have bought them.
I know.
know, come on, guys.
Do you know what?
Fun.
It was
Suppose,
incredible.
man.
It was an
Yeah.
incredible night. It was a difficult night
Okay.
because obviously the news had came in from Manchester.
Right, right.
And that sort of obviously throws people, throws us. You know, it's near where Alfie comes from. And then you get to realise that what we do, bringing people together for music, for God, is a very healing thing. So the response was just amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Just
it
amazing.
was a great night.
No, my understanding is this is was your first time performing together in New York.
Yes, absolutely.
So what made you guys want to do this concert?
Money.
I like that. I like that. That's a good answer.
If only. Do you know what? It's Broadway, for goodness
Right,
sake.
yeah.
And we're two British boys, and I use the term boy very loosely because I'm a little older. And it's a dream. It's you know, both of us have been here separately in Broadway shows, but
Right.
to do your own concert here and to do it with your mates.
Something magical about Broadway,
Absolutely.
about New York in itself. It's a fantastic city to play. You definitely feel the energy from the audience, and everybody's there to have a great time, to be on their feet at the end of the night and just to enjoy themselves. And they certainly did last night.
And we recorded the album here
Yes.
last July, wasn't it?
That's
August,
right.
August, wasn't it? Further downtown, and there we are looking up and go, wouldn't it be amazing if we did a concert here?
Yeah, our album has had a connection with New York from the very beginning. You know, obviously with it being musical theatre as well as recording here, it was a fantastic time. That.
Right. Now, this is a double platinum album. Tell me
Do you have
about.
it? Have you bought it?
Yeah, I have not bought it
No,
yet.
right, you
though
didn't
I
come to the
have
concert, you
I
didn't buy the
know,
album.
I know.
Seriously,
What are we
However,
doing? What are we doing? It's off.
however, I have seen you guys both on stage, and
Did you buy a ticket for that?
I did. I
Really?
did.
It weren't a freebie?
Not
You're
a
okay.
freebie.
You're all right then.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell me about what made you guys decide to create this album together. Together, but it's called Together.
I know, it took us literally months to come up with a title. It was focus groups.
Wow.
There was a lot of discussions. And if the next one happens, which it's going to, I think, probably call it Together again.
I doubt it.
Really?
No, I don't think that's going to work.
Oh, it is a bit. It is a bit out there, isn't it? What made us decide to
I wanna
do
call
the
it
album?
Funkenstein.
It's Funkenstein.
Frankenstein.
Funkenstein. It's
Franken-
at Feinstein's, yes.
Right.
So if it's Feinstein's,
Yes.
Funkenstein.
I
That
have
answers
to
that
be on
question.
Michael's side here. Yeah.
Couldn't really give a damn, to be honest.
You can't say that. Anyway, why did we decide to come? I can't remember. Oh, I do know. I'm answering the question that was
What was the
posed.
question?
Well, you have to pay attention.
Okay, well done.
The question
Can you
was.
repeat the question?
I
please,
remember the
Andy?
question, Andy.
Okay,
Don't
go-
worry,
go
I'm a
for it.
professional.
Right.
The question was, how did we decide to come together to do this album? And the reason it happened is we worked together 10 years ago. We've been mates since then and always threatened to work with each other.
Right.
And it so happened that the stars aligned and we said, right, let's do a couple of concerts. And word of that got out to record companies and they approached us and asked if we fancied turning this into something bigger and making an album, doing a big tour in the UK.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't sort of a master plan, it just sort of came together and organically grew.
Organically.
Organic. I'm very
Organically.
tired. I did a concert last night. I've had 3 hours sleep. I've got jet lag.
I'm surprised you could
And
stay
Andy
fun,
wasn't
Christine.
even there.
I'm going to visualize it after we chat today.
Good.
And I'm certainly gonna
It'll
pick up the
probably be
album.
better that way. Where were we?
But you were telling me
Oh
about
yes,
the
yes,
creation
about
of
the
the album. Yeah.
So then, when we came to the album,
Come on,
Breathe.
just get to it. There
and then we
go.
decided on the repertoire for the album,
Right.
and having made loads and loads of lists, we decided, yes, let's play to our strengths, which is this world, the world of musical theatre and Broadway and
Nudity.
and lots of nudity and bad language.
Nudity on an
Sorry.
album. That's pretty impressive.
Oh yeah,
Only you guys
we
can nail
recorded
that,
the
right?
entire thing naked. You hear him when he hits those big notes. Now I know how he does it.
There we go. So you guys, we haven't seen you back in roles. Well, we saw you a few years ago in Finding Neverland in New York. We haven't seen
a
you
year ago.
A year ago.
Yeah,
a year
yeah.
ago.
A year ago, yeah.
You killed it in that role.
Thank
you were
you.
awesome. I saw you in Woman in White
Oh, one of the
several
few.
years ago, and you were in
Yeah.
Aspects of Love as
That's
well.
right. And I was also at the New York City Opera
Correct.
doing Patience,
Nice.
which was an interesting time. It's no longer here, is it, the New York City Opera? It's gone.
I think it disappeared, and then they got the funding to come back.
great,
So I think
great.
they're back in place.
Good.
Yeah. So do either of you guys have any plans to come back in roles in the New York stage?
No firm plans. Of
Okay.
course, would love to.
Right.
I mean, I have such fondness for this place and for this community. The Broadway community is like no other. It's very different in the West End.
Right.
West End is far more spread out. Wouldn't you
Yeah,
agree?
yeah.
Both geographically and in terms of what's happening. Here, everyone is in one concentrated area. Everyone sees each other from other shows. You know, being part of the. I was in the. Were you in the softball league, Broadway show league?
No, I usually just went to bed after a show and then.
It's kind of in the day because it was.
I just concentrate on the job that I have in hand, which is the performance. I don't-
God knows you need to
No.
concentrate.
Well, you know,
Me, I'm just a
that's
free
why I was
spirit.
back on Broadway last year. Now, I'd love to come back here. You know, there's conversations being had at the moment about that. So
Really?
Yeah, but I'm not letting you know.
Am I involved?
No.
Great. Well, I wish you a lot of luck with that.
You guys both have big followings here. Speaking of the Broadway community, how would you say the audiences in New York compare to the audiences in the UK?
I don't know. I think. I mean, one normally would say that Broadway audiences are more vocal, but actually that's not the case. They're pretty much the same. They come in with a positive attitude. They love the music.
I think this musical theatre world
Yeah.
is united throughout the world. You know,
Yeah.
there's no difference between the audiences. I think because Michael, you said that the West End is so spread out that the majority of tourists that are there, some of them go to the theatre, some go to museums, some go out for dinners and exhibitions and that sort of thing. So, but in New York, everything's so concentrated that the people that are on the street are definitely going to see a show. So it's the buzz on the street, going to work, get ready for the show is the atmosphere is incredible, just as it is in the theatre as well.
And it feels like a golden time on Broadway at the moment.
Yes.
It really is.
Brilliant shows. I can't wait to see how the Tonys pan out.
Nice. Yeah, we had over 20 new musicals
I know.
just this spring.
People from other areas other than theatre to go onto the
Yes.
stage. You're getting the movie stars on the
Yeah,
stage.
they
now.
want to be here
It's-
performing.
and why not? It's so
Yeah.
exciting.
Awesome. So guys, what can audiences in the UK expect to see from you next?
Well, we're about to start an open air tour throughout the summer, which is
Fantastic.
sort of festivals, you know, big stately homes, Hampton Court Palace we're playing. So we'll do that. We'll then be back over here recording the next album, and then off
An arena tour.
an
at the
arena
end-
tour
at
in the
end of
UK
year.
at the end of the year, and then hopefully we'll be visiting other parts of the world as well. There are plans for that, and we'd love to come back here if you'll have us.
We
should
would
do a
love to
Broadway
have you
show.
back.
We
too.
should do a Broadway. What should we do?
Oh, I know.
Gentlemen prefer blondes.
That's a really great choice. I like
I
that.
think that's a good
Yes.
idea. Would you be?
Be nice.
Well, I was going to ask if you'd be Jane Russell or Marilyn Monroe.
Okay. See,
I think I know
what's
the answer
what's
to
the
that.
point? I mean, why am I here? I mean, what's the
I ask myself that a lot.
'Cause
Do you mean existentially or literally?
just
Why are
answer
you
is
here?
another question. for
There you go.
Let's
Well,
be honest.
lastly, if you guys had to tell people about your album together on the Decca Records label, why would you recommend it to people?
Because I'm on it. Yeah. That's
No, we wanna
pretty
recommend
much
it.
That's what I'm saying.
That is a really good answer.
Shut your mouth.
I hear
Well,
someone
then
else
you
is
go
on
on
it
it.
too, though.
Andy's.
Yeah.
Seriously, why should you? Because you'll hear songs that a lot of songs you'll be familiar with from musical theatre,
Right.
but it's an interesting way of putting a spin on them, having two voices. You know, but there's a fabulous, though I say it, I shouldn't, Les Mis section that we got Claude Michel Schoenberg to come in and routine with us. The Les Mis suite, which explores obviously one of the greatest Valjeans ever. I'd played Marius originally, so we
Yes.
reprised those roles with other songs, and other songs that normally would be for one voice, and we found a way of doing it for two.
Right.
Harmony.
Harmony.
No, it's
Not a lot of which has been demonstrated. I love you.
I was listening.
Thank you. It's good. I mean, our voices pretty much work well together. When we went into
Pretty
the
much. I like the
Well,
way that
alright.
there's a
When-
caveat.
Shut up. When we went into the studio, we didn't really
Yeah.
know how it was going to work, how it was going
Right.
to pan out. There was always that bit of nervousness about the recording sessions, but the minute we started singing together, we realised, yeah, this is really
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
gel. This is going to work.
It was really
And-
exciting
Nice.
because a number of the songs we've sung individually,
Yeah,
and then coming together with them, it just took them into a whole different.
it worked very
Yeah.
well.
I was listening earlier to the Somewhere that you guys do from West Side Story. Beautiful. Your
Oh.
voices just meld so lovely together.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you very
Yes.
much.
Did you stream that or did
Yeah.
you download it?
I was listening to a preview.
Yeah, it didn't even.
Yeah,
It was just
didn't
like the
even-
14-second.
Didn't even
Really?
think of buying it from us.
That's the youth of today.
Yeah,
So,
for free.
be sure to pick up the Together album from Alfie Boe and Michael Ball.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for being
Really,
here
really
today.
unhappy with the billing.
What? Oh,
He got #1 dressing room as
Oh,
well.
man.
It's very awkward.
I tell ya. Well, thanks
Thanks,
again,
Andy.
you guys.
Well,
Lovely.
You
lovely.
bet.
cheers, Andy.
Thanks,
Cheers, man.
thanks a
God bless.
lot.
Good luck, buddy.
Ta-da.
And that's all.
See ya.